Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time we're talking about even more Transformers listings from EarthSpark, Studio Series, a retro line, and so much more. Take everything with a grain of salt, some things are subject to change, but let's just dive straight into it. Starting off with the EarthSpark Deluxes, we've got Prowl. Now, I heard some people say that Prowl had a cameo appearance, but I don't recall it. Maybe he did, I'm not saying otherwise, but I just don't remember it. Anyways, I think that this is just going to be a repaint of the Cyberverse Deluxe class Prowl. They did the same thing with a couple others, namely the Starscream figure. So I don't expect much out of it, but hopefully it's white and black this time. I'm not a big fan of the white and metallic blue from the Cyberverse toy. I'm sure it's fine, but I just prefer white and black for Prowl. Anyways, we also have Thrash. So this guy got a Warrior class figure, and a lot of people seem to like it, but if you want to go full out on Deluxe class, then yes, Thrash is getting a figure. There's also Jawbreaker, which is an exciting character from the third part of the first season of EarthSpark. I personally enjoyed him, and I like his Dino mode, so to hear that he's getting a Deluxe class figure, again, he's got a Warrior class figure that a lot of people seem to like, but I want to see what Deluxe does. Anyways, the last one we have is a Deluxe class Aftermath, which is not really a name I recognize. I even asked around, and apparently nobody really recognized this name. So either it's a character that we didn't know about beforehand what the name was, or maybe it's a code name, or maybe this is going to be a character for EarthSpark Season 2. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now, I also want to point out that these probably won't come with components of Mandroid, even though Starscream, I think, did come with it, even though he wasn't listed at the bottom of the packaging. It was just kind of like an extra piece, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's a new thing, but I think that it's going to be like the extra stuff from Cyberverse. It's just going to be the figures, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyways, moving on, we also have the Studio Series lineup. So Studio Series is getting the Last Night Drift, which I think is fine. You know, I like the new version of Hot Rod that they made, and I really like the new version of Crosshairs. He could be better, and the spoiler just popped off yet again, even though I've glued that hundreds of times, it just popped off. Anyways, so I'm excited to see what they do with the Drift. He will transform into the Mercedes mode because it's from, you know, The Last Night. And I think it's a good time to do the Last Night characters a little bit more. They've been kind of easing into it, but because there's so much focus on other things, they can't really make a big push for it. So I think that this is good. And, you know, when Studio Series first started, a lot of people critiqued that there wasn't any Last Night characters, but when Studio Series had just started, it was a year after The Last Night came out, so why would you focus on that line when those toys already existed? Why not focus on the first three films, and even the fourth one with some of the Viacons? So I think it's fine. You know, there's also a Drift that exists in Studio Series from The Last Night, and that one came with a bunch of Dinobots, but it was a repaint of the one that we already have. So with the new engineering, I think that this is good, and also opens up for the opportunity to rehash some of the older figures that have already existed in Studio Series. Next up, we also have the Rise Lifeline. Now, if you're confused about that, apparently Rise is the codename for Reactivate, so it seems like a lot of the game characters are getting Studio Series figures, which I had mentioned before. I thought that was the reason why we've gotten the War for Cybertron Gamer Edition figures, because those seem kind of random why I'd throw that into Studio Series as of right now, and it seems like because Reactivate is coming, they're going to throw the figures in that, so. Anyways, we also have a Studio Series Commander that's listed. If I were to guess, I'm going to say that the Commander class figure is probably going to be Stratosphere from Rise of the Beast. I know that was listed before, but hopefully that's the case. Also, another thing I wanted to mention with the Reactivate Lifeline is that it does confirm that Lifeline is going to be a part of the game, and I'm excited for that because I wanted the Lifeline that came out a while ago, and I unfortunately didn't, but you know, that's fine. Anyways, moving on to the Legacy Uni line, which, you know, we don't know exactly what Uni stands for. Could be Unicron, could be Universe, who knows. Anyways, we're getting a Commander class figure as well as a Titan class figure, which is no surprise, there's no name listed. But yes, we are getting the typical Commander and Titan that we get every year, so no shock with that. For the Selects line, we're getting an Autobot multi-pack. So I'm not sure how many characters we're going to get with this, but apparently it's going to have a couple, at least 2, maybe 3. I would like to see 4, but usually they reserve that for the Buzzworthy line with that big 4-pack. So I'm curious to see what this multi-pack will include. Anyways, we're also getting a Deluxe 3-pack. So I'm not sure if it says 3-pack because they're going to pack it with 3, or if it's going to be packed with 3 figures at a time. We'll have to wait and see, but yes, we're getting something from Selects. It's not dead in the water like some people would say. Anyways, we're also getting from Buzzworthy a Legacy Uni multi-pack, which I imagine, again, is like that 4-pack. We're getting a Voyager, which is not listed, whether it's going to be a reissue of something previous or if it's going to be a brand new figure. And then we're also getting a Leader Class reissue, which I'm hoping is Shockwave. I would like to see that come back, the Dark of the Moon Shockwave. I know some people would probably want the Megatron, but considering that we have the Optimus Prime and we have the Grimlock, I don't know. I feel like Shockwave would be a nice addition to that, to bring back. Especially considering that he only released in one wave and then nothing else really came out of that mold, because of course, what else can you do with it? So, and he's got a lot of extra stuff that I think a lot of people would like, so if you missed out on the Shockwave, I think this would be the perfect chance to bring him out again. And then, for the Retro line, we're getting the 40th anniversary of Transformers altogether. So there is a listing for 1 through 4 different figures for the 40th anniversary Retro line. Now, if I were to guess, maybe it's just going to be another, G1 reissue like we've had before with the G1 box art. But because they're trying to reduce the plastic, I wonder how the box is going to change. Whether or not they are going for that G1 reissue look, or maybe they're going to go with something that's going to look like the cartoon, kind of like how the reissues are currently with the Transformers the movie, but they're going to drop the Transformers the movie from the title and just continue on with that. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. I'd imagine that Optimus Prime is going to be one of them, whether he's going to come with the trailer or not. Because with the 40th anniversary, how can you not have Optimus Prime? That classic G1 cab. As far as some of the other molds, I don't know who, but I'm excited to see what they'll do, and hopefully they're not way too expensive like some of the other ones. Anyways, with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I will see you guys next time.
EarthSpark TV, now that's just prime.